this week on Grab Bag Saturday, I am doing another kit of tags, and these are patchwork, my little patchwork tags. So I thought I'd show you real quick how to do these. I'll give you a quick rundown of them. These are all from this kit. I used a little bit of my own coffee stain paper, and I have a video on how to do this lace printing and everything. It's my coffee stain tutorial. I will link that down below for you. And then I use this Kirby Teasdale Studio paper pack, and it's a Paper Studio product, which means it goes on sale every time the Paper Studio stuff goes on sale. And you get some really neat little papers in this kit at Hobby Lobby, if I didn't already say that. I say it all the time. So it's a really fun, pretty little kit of paper, okay? And they want $8.99 for this, but you can get it for $4.50, of course. So here's the first one. Here's the second one. And these are kind of like patchwork quilt little works of art that you can add to your junk journals. And I did the same thing on these tags. I glued the base, and I'll show you. I'm going to show you real quick how to do them. But if you watched the last video, these are very similar. These are just patchwork instead of torn. And these are a lot more, these have a lot more colors than the last kit did. These are a little bit more vibrant. And now this piece of paper was from this little moth was from a scrapbook kit. It's not Tim Holtz, and I can't remember what the kit is, but it's one of the vintage kits at Hobby Lobby. I really love this pale sky blue and beigeish brown look. That combination really works for me. Here's some bright pink with some beige. Really muckered up. I like to get them mucky. And then of course I learned that from that little technique from Artie Mays, and I'm going to show you again how to do that today, okay? So let's get started on these. I've got some paper ready to go here. And they sell these big kits of crafting scissors all over the place. And I'm just using my zigzag scissors on this patchwork kit. But you can get, I've got these. They kind of look like a stamp. Kind of, not exactly. And curves. You can get a whole kit of these at Michael's and probably everywhere else for like $10. I want this corner in the corner of my tag. So I'm lining the edges up, and then I just want to make a quick little pencil mark here for that. And I'll show you why. I'll take my poster board. So this big end here is the part I want glued. That's why I do the line. I'm just going to glue all this up to that line over slightly. And then I've got that whole chunk of paper to use because I like to add layers to these. So since this is a factory cut, I'm going to go ahead and lay these down and save myself 2 cuts by lining all that up. And you want to work kind of fast. I'm using this Mod Podge Matte, of course, my go-to glue. And I went ahead and glued one. This one's dry, and see, I was a little off there. You can see that white line. That's okay, because the ink, when you ink your edge, nobody will ever see that. So then you just want to whack off your excess. Look at that nice big chunk of paper you end up with. So you can layer on top of this tag with that paper. I would recycle these, but they have glue on them now, so I toss these. But I recycle all my other scraps that I can't use. I throw them in the recycle bin. Okay, so now you've got your base. And then I'm going to want some of this paper on here. And I think I'm going to make this one quite subtle. Maybe. Maybe not. I might go ahead and use this paper on here. Anyway, I'm just going to whack a few pieces here. And take this edge off entirely. Take that off. Give myself a little one there. And then I'll go ahead and just, I don't let myself think too hard about design. I just want to get a few elements going here. These are way too thin, these little scraps. They can go in the recycle. And then you've got some that are cornered and edged. Okay. Now, I need something between these and this, otherwise it'll just look kind of silly. So I've got this little lace printed paper here. I'm just going to play off of what I already cut. So there's a nice little chunk. I am going to add some of this for interest. Let me get a couple more pieces of this. These little stamp style elements, and I think they add a lot to it. Now, I went in too far on that, so I'm just going to have to let it go. And now it's uneven, which is fine. It's really not fine. See, perfection is a Midas. I suffer from it. What I want to do, a lot of times I'll just do this. I'll throw a bunch of these on here. And if you really fall in love with your pattern, just take a picture with your phone and then you can swipe them all off of your tag and put them back the way they were. And then I like to overlap a couple of the pieces that are underneath just to kind of pull it all together like so. And then all you'll need to do at this point is just let them dry and put yourself some little tassels whatever you want to do, sari silk or fibers or whatever you wish for your little tassel. These a shot, they are so fun, and these scissors are a real blast to use too, and you can get really, really ornate with your designs. Here's one of the pairs. Isn't that a neat design on there? So you can really make some beautiful little patchwork tags or journal pages, whatever you want. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button below and click the bell notification and come on back for more fun tutorials. I'll see you soon and have a great day.